Welcome to the session. Today I am here to discuss about sorting algorithms in data structures. So first, what is the definition of sort? So the process of arranging the elements in an order is nothing but sorting. The process of arranging the elements in an order is nothing but sorting. So, example, say for suppose 4, 6, 12, 34, 11. These are the 5 different elements. Whenever we are applying sorting process on this 5 set of elements, we are getting 4, 6, 11, 12, 34. Means the elements are arranged in a sorted manner. So what are the 2 different type of orders? So here we have mentioned that order. So what are the 2 different type of orders? Means the way of arranging. So one is ascending order. Ascending order means least value to highest value, low to high. For example, this one is the best example for least value to highest value. Means 4, 6, 11, 12, 34. The next one is descending order. Descending order means high to low. Means that 34, 12, 11, 6, 4. This is called descending order. So, what are the different kinds of sorting techniques are available in the data structures? That is, one is exchange sort. In the exchange sort category, bubble sort, quick sort. In the exchange sort category, 2 different kinds of sorting techniques are available. One is exchange sort, one is bubble sort, and another one is quick sort. The next one is insertion sort. The next kind of technique is insertion sort. Third one is selection sort. Fourth one is distribution kind of sorting technique, that is radix sort. The next one is merge sort. Nothing but merge sort. So first we are going to discuss about exchange sort. In the exchange kind of category, first one is bubble sort. So the bubble sort, another name is sinking sort. The bubble sort, another name is sinking sort. So for example, in general, what is the procedure for bubble sort? So the procedure for bubble sort is comparing the neighbor elements until we get sorted list of an array or sorted list of elements. Say for example, this is the given list of an array. Means here the array size is 5. So totally 5 list of elements are there. Means that A of 5. So elements are 5, 1, 4, 2, 3. So in the past one, first we compare 5, 1. It's the right order or not. Say here order means 2 kinds of orders, ascending order and descending order. So our requirement is ascending order. Majority of algorithms are designed for ascending order. So ascending order means the first least element followed by highest element. So 5, 1, it is a wrong order. means that swap the elements. So 1, 5, 4, 2, 3. In the next iteration, we need to compare the next two elements. 5, 4. It is a right order. No, it is a wrong order. So again, we need to swap. So 1, 4, 5, 2, 3. The next, we need to compare 5, 2. So again, this is a wrong order. So 1, 4, 2, 5, 3. Again, we need to compare the neighbor elements. So this is a wrong order. 1, 4, 2, 3, 5. So after first iteration, we are getting the resultant array is like this. This is 5. 5. So in the first, means after successful completion of first pass, the last element comes into the fixed position. It means that in the followed pass, 5 is not participated in the comparisons. So the next we will go for pass 2. Pass 1 is completed, pass 2. So 1, 4, 2, 3, 5. This is not participated. So again, we need to compare first element, second element. Yes, it is the right order. No need to swap. See, 1, 4, 2, 3, 5. Again, we need to check the neighbor elements. 4, 2. It is the wrong order. Means 1, 2, 4, 3, 5. Again, we need to check neighbor elements. 4, 3. It is the wrong order. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in this iteration, this will end. Why? Because 4, 5 means 5 not participated in the comparisons. So pass 2 is closed. Next, pass 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 4, 5 not participated in the comparisons. So only we need to check 1, 2. Yes, it is the right order. The next 2, 3. Yes, this is also right order. Means that 3 also comes into the fixed position. In the previous iteration, 4 comes to the fixed position. The next, we go for pass 4. In the pass 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These 3 elements are not participating in the comparisons. So only 1 and 2, it is already sorted order. Means the sorting order is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the sorted array. So what is the conclusions we made by based on the bubble sort procedure is first, how many passes are required? Say here the array size is 5. So pass 1, pass 2, pass 3, pass 4. Means 4 passes are required. So passes, here the size is 5, 4 passes are required. means that n minus 1 passes are required. N minus 1 passes are required. How many comparisons we made? How many comparisons we made? So, while coming to the comparisons category, pass 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, 4 comparisons we made. Pass 2, 1, 2, 3. So, 3 comparisons we made. Pass 3, 1, 2. So, 2 comparisons are made. Pass 4, only 1 comparison. Only 1 comparison. So, this is very, very important while calculating the time complexity of bubble sort. Bubble sort. Sometimes they are giving a question. So, sort the following list of elements by using bubble sort and find out how many comparisons are required, how many swappings are required also. So, this is the bubble sort procedure. Next, we'll go for algorithm for bubble sort. Algorithm for bubble sort. So, algorithm for bubble sort is algorithm bubble sort so we need to pass only array. Array is fine. So, A is an array with size n. A is an array with size n. So, here first for, we know that for is a iterative statement. So, for I is equal to 0 to n minus 1 do. Here we need to mention like n minus 2 is fine. Why? Because n refers to size. This loop refers to number of passes required. Number of passes required. So, in the earlier example, I finalized that when an array having n number of elements, n minus 1 passes are enough. So, 0 to n minus 2 means that n minus 1. 0 to n minus 2 means n minus 1. So, the loop iterates n minus 1 times, n minus 1 passes are performed. Next, in the next loop, for j is equal to 0, to here n minus I minus 1. So, why n minus I minus 1? So, why n minus I minus 1 is, in the past one, 4 comparisons we made based on the previous example. In the past 2, 3 comparisons are made. In the past 3, 2 comparisons are made. In past 4, 1 comparison are made. That's why n minus I minus 1. N minus I minus 1. So, next, if A of j greater than, I already told that ascending order means A of j element is high, comparatively A of j plus 1 element, then we need to swap the elements. So, T is equal to A of j equal to A of j plus 1, A of j plus 1 is equal to T. This is for swap. This is for swap. So, for loop closed. This for loop is also closed. Finally, here you can print array, that is fine. The sorted list of elements are printed. So this is the bubble sort algorithm. So the first loop refers to number of passes are required. The second loop refers to the number of comparisons we want to make. Finally, here each and every time we are comparing neighbor elements and identifying that whether it is a wrong order, we need to swap those two elements. Suppose if it is a right order, go for the next iteration. This is the kind of bubble sort technique and complexity of bubble sort algorithm. So previous I written one algorithm. So what is the space complexity of an algorithm? Similarly, what is the time complexity of an algorithm? So here, in case of space complexity, first, the complexity of bubble sort algorithm can be expressed in the f of n, where n refers to number of elements. So in this algorithm also, instance characteristic is n. N is the size of an array. Suppose we are giving 5 elements, 4 passes are required. Suppose we are given 10 elements, 9 passes are required. Suppose we are given 100 elements, 99 passes are required. So the n, based on n value, number of passes are increases. So that's why n is a instance characteristic. The next, the complexity of the algorithm is calculated depending on the number of comparisons that are made. So here, in coming to the space complexity, so in the previous algorithm, we are passed formal parameters are array, so that A is an array with size n, means that n number of integers. If it is a 32-bit compiler, for integer 2 bytes of memory is allocated. So 2 into n elements, and n is the size of an array. For that, 1 means 1 integer, 2 bytes of memory is required, and I and j are the variables, loop counter variables. For that, 4 bytes of memory is required, and t is a temporary variable. For that, 2 bytes of memory is required. So totally 2n plus 8. So the space complexity of bubble sort with reference to instance characteristic is 2n plus 8. This is the calculation for space complexity. Similarly, time complexity. Amount of time is required. So time complexity, how we are measuring the time complexity is time complexity of bubble sort with reference to instance characteristic. Say for suppose n number of elements in the given array. So in the first pass, n minus 1 comparisons we made. In the next pass, n minus 2 comparisons are made. In the next pass, n minus 3 comparisons are made, and so on. One comparison, until one comparison. We know one formula. What is the formula? 1 plus 2 plus 3 and so on plus n is equal to n into n plus 1 by 2. N into n plus 1 by 2. Similarly here reverse 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus and so on n minus 3, n minus 2, n minus 1. So the n value becomes n minus 1. Means that n minus 1 into n minus 1 plus 1 divided by 2. Means that here 1 cancel. So n into n minus 1 by 2. So here n square minus n by 2. N square minus n by 2. So here the 2 is constant and n is the lower degree value. The majority value is depends on n square. The majority value depends on n square. So based on this, Tp of n means time complexity of bubbles are of n greater than or equal to n square minus n by 2. We can represent this one as big O of n square. We can represent this one as big O of n square. So the best case time complexity of bubbles are, best case means the elements are already in sorted order. The elements are already in sorted order. In that case, no comparisons, no number of swappings are required. Means only we are comparing that. Means that, so the time complexity for best case is big O of n. The n refers to n number of passes are required only. N number of passes are required only. The next, in the worst case, the time complexity is big O of n square. In the average case also, the time complexity is big O of n square. So, summary. So, in this session, we are discussed what is sorting definition, and here we learned what are the two different kinds of orders. One is ascending order, another one is descending order. Second one is types of sorting techniques. So in this unit, accent sort, insertion sort, selection sort, distribution sort, and wedge sort. These are the 5 different kinds of sorting techniques. And third one is bubble sort. The another name for bubble sort is sinking sort or accent sort. So the bubble sort, how it performs. The bubble sort is a very simple sorting technique. And what is the algorithm for bubble sort, and what is the space complexity and time complexity of bubble sort. In the next session, we are going to discuss about insertion sort. Thank you. Thank you very much. Radha? పవర్ బటన్